YugiOhMint.com is now TradingCardMint.com. Please check out their selection of over 20,000 cards with prices cheaper than TCG Player.
Oh, right. What is up, YouTube? M40 here. We are joined with the illustrious Claw, and we're going to be doing an updated post-ban list deck profile for currently what we're testing for Jammy Congo, aka I can't put Renai in the same deck anymore, QQ. Actually, it changes a lot because you can't play the Mist Frog really anymore.
You can.
It's just
It's
not
just
as
lower
good.
numbers.
Yeah.
Way lower number.
So, now that the ban and restricted list is coming through, we learned that Jammy here is one of the craziest cards in the game because forcing your opponent down to 4 cards continuously via on-ride or
At the end of each turn.
is pretty crazy for a continuous ability. So, guys, check out our friends at TradingCardMint.com down below, enter MCO40 on checkout, and you will get to save a little bit of money on your purchase. So what you guys come here for is good deals, right? So, let's talk about this deck. So, we play 4 copies of Jammy Congo. When placed, and at the end of the turn, your opponent chooses 6 cards from his or her hand and discards the rest of them. If your soul has a grade 3, your opponent chooses 4 instead of 6. With Renai here, previous on the last ban list, you'd be able to take your opponent down to 4 cards, and then rip 2 of them, make your opponent double guard both, so you have 3 unguardable attacks for the rest of the turn. Yeah, that's totally fair. But what this card looks to accomplish is it punishes decks that build large hands, actually forces your opponent to engage and play the game. And this card is still very dangerous for premium, but hitting the Jammy and Renai was honestly something that had to be done, especially in the early stages of it. So, do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Right, the deck still sometimes has its unfair points.
It does, but I mean, most premium decks all have that. You know what I mean? But I mean, outside of that, also, what are you liking more with this deck? Protect 1 or Protect 2?
This version Protect 2, because you really don't need the PGs in hand. And as we move forward in the format, we see that Protect 1, like the
in the mirror, you're going Protect 2 100%.
Yeah, the need for perfect guards isn't as needed. Whereas you play
things like this.
Yeah, and we also play grade 2s that have no shield value, so Protect 2 gives them a 10k shield value. So you're more wanting to go to Protect 2 depending on your matchup. I could see maybe in the token matchup you go Protect 1, but that's just because their columns are huge with an extra crit.
Okay, so that's the craziness. And then we play 4 copies of this fantastic guy. This card is nuts. Tell me about this thing, Austin.
It is defensive as hell. That's really all it's used for. You want to use this as your first ride. And then you throw 2 rear guards out with it. It gives you your Protect marker. It also gives you free Sentinel guard without actually using a Sentinel. And then basically allowing you to go into your next turn to ride over as Jammy, get your opponent down to 4, and hopefully win the game after that.
This thing is literally just counterblast 1, retire 2 rear guards, perfect guard the opponent's Vanguard.
Yep.
It's literally good. We don't ever use the secondary ability of this guy. I mean, unless for some reason we have a 3 in the soul on the first go.
Yeah.
But I mean, that could come up, right?
No, nothing soul treasures in this deck. So I mean, if I rewrite it, I suppose, but I'm usually striding over top of it, so it doesn't
That's fair. So there's that, and then we play 2 copies of this guy. What's the purpose of this lad?
You know, all those Excel 2 circles that decks make sucks when they can't intercept.
That's true.
So this guy comes out at a 15k. Your opponent can't intercept, and then you have the option to, at the end of a battle, it attacked. Counterblast 1, bounce 1 of your or your opponent's cards. So, I mean...
Oh, okay. So he's
typically you're bouncing your own, so you have shield guard.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Just no little value there. Now, like we said in the last deck profile, the defense value in these big, bulky 12k guys on the grade 2 game is kind of cancerous, actually. And they did us a huge favor by making this card exist for this deck. Congratulations, Bushi. We're really happy to have a free 12k base that we can just wall up on.
Yep, and these wall up when they're on double protect markers or whatnot, because you're definitely
On rear guard, these things get...
Yeah, you're definitely riding 2 grade 3s a game, so you're definitely getting 2 protect markers, so you can either stack it or split it, but I usually stack it because I like 20k intercepts.
Alright, so there's that. We also play this guy.
That's your early game pressure. Obviously, Counterblast, Soul Blast, draw 1, and then push into Soul, bounce something back to your hand. I mean, and it's 15k, so I mean, it makes columns, and it makes numbers, and little pokes are super, super good.
Little pokes are 1 card out of the hand.
Yep.
We still play 1 copy of this. This card's viability is just so good. Being able to literally just blink something down to 11k, like, yeah, you don't get the Renai pokes with this, but being able to turn a 13k into an 11k is still pretty free, right?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the thing is it chooses 2 of your units and makes their base 11k. Which is really good too. I mean, you could send back some like if there's triggers on the board that those crits go to the soul, you can make them base 11k.
Oh,
so they're 11k boost odds.
Ooh, I play 1 copy of this guy. What's this guy do?
This is my tech and it's SP, but no, it's actually a tech for the Jammy. For the ending turn where you go Ataga Lord, Ataga Lord gets a crit, and then they usually have to guard with a couple cards out of their hand. You know, because you're usually pushing for game with the Toggle Lord. So that thing makes it so that the turn it's played, it gets 5k, and it also makes it so your opponent has to use 2 cards to guard. So you try to make it your unblockable attack, because you're taking cards out of your opponent's hand.
Okay.
So.
And 2 copies of the bear.
Yep. Soul Blast 1. Your opponent chooses 1, bounces it, and then drops the card.
Okay, so this is just...
more discarding. So...
nothing else to do.
Really bad in the token matchup because they can bounce stuff back that they actually need. And then you're just kinda like,
it's because they choose.
Yeah.
We play 4 copies of this young lad. Because countercharging in this deck is always very welcome. Any further digs into the deck, right?
Yep, and also I like 11k boosters.
Yeah. We play 2 copies of the frog currently.
Yeah.
So you still have the first stride dominate an opponent's rear guard, so you do get to proc these. Also, if the game goes long enough that you need to go into the Mugen Lord turn,
you can force the back row units that aren't that big to
swing for
bank
relevant
in the
numbers.
Vanguard.
Oh no. What's this thing do?
We found this card's really good on the Ataga Lord turn, because what happens normally is so you'll ride Jammy, you'll go to 4, then you play one of these. You send it into the soul with a counterblast. It makes your opponent choose 1 card, bind it face down. So now they're at 3 cards. Then you can use another one, and then they go down to 2. And then Ataga Lord attacks, makes them go down to 1. So then they have 1 card to guard your Ataga Lord turn that has an extra crit. Also works with the claw over there that burns things. So basically, in a perfect world, you draw both of those and keep them, but you know.
All right, 2 copies of the Stripe Fodder.
Yep, we like Stripe Fodder.
And what's this thing?
You do counterblast, and it's just another way to countercharge. It doesn't give you a draw, but I mean, if you have no face-up damage when it's placed, you at least get 1 countercharge.
Okay.
Which can super help. I mean, in any case, if you have 2 grade 2s but no grade 1, you drop that.
All right, so we have 1 starter.
Yep, draw starter.
6 draw.
Yep.
6 crit.
Yep, you want a 6-6 split, because you want to be able to hit the crits, you want to be able to draw.
And then 4.
Yep, and countercharging is still important.
Alright, so, strides. We played 2 copies out of Go Lord. So this is our finisher now for the deck.
Yes, ma'am.
Rip a card out of your opponent's hand when they're at 4 or less?
Nope, it doesn't matter. He just attacks, and your opponent, it binds a card. And then if your opponent's hand is 4 or less, it gets an extra crit.
Okay.
So...
and this is our first stride now.
Yeah, typically, I mean, unless, like, you G-guard first or, like, something weird happens. But that's usually your first stride. Gives you dominate. If you have the frogs in hand, send them to soul. I mean...
2 copies of Mugen for if the game has gone long enough.
Yeah, when you have, like, 12 face-up G units and you're just kind of, like...
Dominate an Ezel player's whole board.
Yes.
1 copy of Dominate the opponent's Vanguard.
Destroy Ezel's board.
1 copy of this...
I like stealing people's Vanguards.
1 copy of the Progenitor Dragon for the huge board wipes.
It's shiny.
1 Drachma for the OTK finisher.
Yep.
1 copy of Sabreeze. 2 copies of this because we're in the token meta.
Yeah, but I can't pull things that aren't great ones.
Yep. 1 copy of Zashkashime. and 1 copy of Rock Tome.
I like cycling my deck.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that's our update for Jammy Congo post ban list. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the list. Check out our friends at tradingcardmint.com down below. And Enter code 40 on checkout and save a little bit of money on your purchase. All right, guys, we're out. Peace.
That's not all, card fighters. Please subscribe for more Cardfight Vanguard content. Please remember to check out code 40 for Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And please check out imcogames.com, my store, along with No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs as well. Until next time, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Later.